Hello crafties, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the zigzag puff stitch. So it's a fairly easy stitch. If you're familiar with puff stitches, this will be a cinch for you. If not, I do have a video that goes over how to make puff stitches on my channel, so go ahead and check that out before following along with this tutorial. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright, so for starters, we're going to make a slip knot. You can do this any way that you please, and we are going to be chaining. And our foundation chain should be in an increment of 2, and then we're going to add 1 for turning. So I'm going to chain 20 plus 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have my chain of 20, and now I'm adding 1. So now I have 21 chains. And now I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to work in the second chain from my hook, and I'm going to create a single crochet. Alright, and now I'm going to proceed to make 1 single crochet in each chain along. Alright, now that we've completed that row of single crochets, we're going to chain up 2. And don't worry if your foundation row curls up on you a little bit. That's what single crochets do. So I'm going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to turn my work. Now I'm not going to work in the base of this chain 2, nor am I going to work in the stitch after that, but I'm going to be working into the 3rd stitch along my row, and I'm going to be making a puff stitch there. So I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to work into that 3rd stitch of this row. I'm pulling my loop up to height, and you can make your puff stitches as puffy or as small as you'd like. I'm going to be yarning over 3 different times. So there was 1, 2, and 3. And I'm pulling through all of them. And there's my first puff. Now I'm going to skip the next stitch, and I'm going to work a puff in the stitch after that. So pulling it up to height, there's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to yarn over and close it off. And this is going to be my pattern all the way across the row. Puff stitch, skip a single crochet, then puff stitch all the way across. Okay, so I am making my last puff stitch of the row. Like I said, you should have been making them in every other stitch all the way along. 3. And I'm going to finish this puff stitch with a chain 1 as normal. Now at the end of this row you should have 1 more stitch, which is normal, and you're just going to half double crochet into it like so. Okay, and so that is row 2 of our zigzag pattern. You can always see that your puff stitches should be leaning slightly to the left. If not, you can kind of frog it, go back, try to do it again. Or you can continue working the stitches just a little bit to see if they turn out okay. So I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. And I'm going to be doing something pretty similar to this row that I did in the previous row. We're not going to work in this first little hole right here, But in the next chain space, we're going to make a puff stitch. So just yarn over, pull those puff stitches from the previous row apart so you can see, and just work in that chain space. 3. Okay. And I'm pulling yarn. Sorry guys. Okay. And secure that. I'm yarning over and I'm working in the next chain space. Another puff stitch. So this is a stitch that's pretty easy, you know, just like the puff stitch. So I'm going to rate this as a beginner pattern kind of thing, you know. Going to put it in my beginner tutorials. 2 and 3. Ooh, my color is changing. Yarn over, working in these chain spaces right between those puff stitches from the previous row, and just going. Okay, we're almost there. Alright, and now we are coming upon this last chain space, and we're just gonna work a half double crochet in the top of that chain 3, and we're gonna chain 2 and turn our work. So as you can see, your stitches should start zigzagging. It might not be that evident in the first 2 rows that you do, but my first row of puff stitches are definitely leaning to the left, and then my second row is slightly leaning to the right. So the more you work this pattern, the more evident that becomes. So I'm going to work a couple more rows and let you guys see that effect unfold. Okay, crafties, I'm back. I did a few more rows actually of this pattern. As you can see, my puff stitches alternate between going left and right. They successfully zigzagged this time, and I'm happy. I would say block this stitch when you're done with your project, just because it does kind of, at least for me, it kind of scrunches up at the top like my initial swatch did. But I think if you kind of border it off with a single crochet, you should be fine. So thanks for making it to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If so, go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below to let me know how I did. Tell me the kinds of things that you'd like to see in the future, or to just say hello. Go ahead, follow my other social media. I am on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, you name it. I post different stuff on different platforms daily, so, you know, keep up with stuff that's going on with the channel. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on awesome weekly content. I post twice a week, and I alternate between art and crochet knit tutorials, so that's pretty cool. Also consider donating to the Ko-fi page. That is my virtual tip jar. It's functioning through PayPal. It allows creators to be supported directly by their fans. So, you know, go ahead, check that out. It's linked in the description down below. And I also have a Ravelry shop. So, go ahead, check that out too. I do have several little designs out and up for sale or for free. And until next time, guys, happy making.